Check, check, check. Sorry if the music's a little loud. We're gonna bring that music down just a little bit. How about that? Is that a little bit better? Hopefully that's a bit better. Hello, how goes it, everybody? Welcome, Gamer.io. Welcome, Racing Fan. Welcome, one, to the live stream. Glad you guys could make it. There we go. Oi, 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 oi. I be tired. Oh. Hey, so he lives. Indeed I do, one. Indeed I do. I mean, I have my ice bucket challenge that I owed you uploaded last week. I wanted to make sure I got that out to you guys as soon as a hot day came around. And our real first 100-degree day happened last week. So pretty much the only one of the season, honestly. We had a few 90-degree days, but most of them have been in the 80s this summer. We've got a couple more mid-90s this coming week. I need to check that out. Yes, indeed. But yeah, an entire dedicated short that I did for ya. Let me show my ugly mug. Hello, family. Yeah, I know. I decided spur of the moment. I decided spur of the moment to stream. Whoa! Hey! A gifty. Thank you, Gamer.io. And it was gifted to one! Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Thank you for the gifted, Gamer.io. And one, welcome. Let's get a hashtag Gamer.io in the chat. Here it is. There's the gifty. Nice, indeed nice. Very, very nice. I see your spot. Yep, there it is. Yes, I am, but you most definitely are not garbage. Welcome to the membership squad. But yeah, should I throw on something that's not so see-through? I probably should, shouldn't I? I mean, I can do that real quick. That's pretty easy to do. And my hair's gotten real long. Now you get to see our 3-year late member hangout. Yay! Yeah, I need to do some serious adjustments on memberships. Just throw another Oregon Duck shirt on. I have a yellow one. Hang on. Ugh. I gotta make sure it works though. So let's see if I got. Okay, my yellow one's in the laundry, so I'm gonna instead opt for this because I think it'll be funny. Alright. There we go. We'll just do this instead. I'll put on the Weird Al shirt. I'll just put on the Weird Al shirt. I tried, indeed. I remember y'all did a member hangout before I was a member while I was playing Minecraft, so you went into Vanish. Yep. I tried, yeah. 2 monitors is so clean looking. I know, try 3. So good. It's also see-through in some areas. Yeah, in some areas. In some areas, but at least you get the gist. Like this, I feel is better than a solid green shirt. I still got the solid green shirt underneath. But oh well. I don't think I have desk room, bud. Oof. But yeah, today we are going to be doing BeamNG Drive. We're trying something new. Something different with it. Something I think will be quite fun. I mean, I could, but barely. Yeah. Very true. I gotta minimize that. There we go. At this point, I just need a TV. So that's what I have. I have 2 monitors, and then I have a TV. My TV is where I do, like, Switch to Xbox games will go on that. Middle monitor is my game, and then left monitor where you guys are at. So we gotta drive off the cliff. All right, we'll start with the cliff. We'll start with the cliff. Refreshing, indeed. So let's go ahead and do a quick free roam. I tried a couple of mods earlier and it didn't quite work out. Both of my monitors are Acer 100s. Mine are, let's see here, changed the design of the models though since my first one. Both of mine, I got them at the exact same time, so they are identical. They are LG, I believe they're also Acer monitors, 144 hertz, 2K monitors, pretty nice. So you have Daytona. It's called Death Daytona, but it doesn't load. It's a broken mod. We want Car Jump Arena though. Actually, I think they have the new Car Jump Arena somewhere. All right, I'm gonna go into mods. I'm gonna get more. Can I do mods from here? No. Okay, I gotta load in somewhere. Main menu. No. Repository? There we go. All right. And we need Car Jump Arena. Because they have a new Car Jump Arena that's really, really good. Yeah, this is the one that I want. All right. I still only have it for TV for console gaming, yeah. I mean, when you hook it up, you could use it for computer as well. Half an inch taller, so I'm using 4 pieces of cardboard taped together under the left monitor. Keep them nice and even. Need to find a video that tells me the specific PCIe cable I need for graphics. Good luck. I'm using DisplayPort for my monitors. So. Alrighty. What have you been up to, Phin? Not much, honestly. No, honestly, it has been a lot. Genuinely, it has been a ton that I've been up to recently. Essentially, play a Switch on a 40 to 50 inch TV. I don't remember the size. So a decent amount of work, a lot of traveling, and genuinely trying to find inspiration for streams. I've been really struggling trying to like find things that I think you all would find interesting and stay tuned in for. I'm trying to focus more on quality over quantity of streams. I want streams to be very interesting and intriguing from the get-go. Ones that I can stay engaged in and am super excited for, and things that you guys can stay engaged in. And also it's finding the time to do those ideas as well. Has also been a little bit of a struggle recently. Just as an example, in the last week and a half, we've had we had a friend come in from out of town, staying with us for a few days. We had comedy show that we went and saw, Jaxie Whipper. We went up to Seattle to see Weird Al this last weekend. Let's see here. But yeah, it's been a little bit crazy. It's been a little bit hectic, but we're here. That's just an example for the last couple weeks, and that's not including any work that Penny Girl and I have been up to, stuff around the house, that sort of thing. And we got even more coming up here in the next month or so. Got a few ideas of things I'm wanting to do, but I did have one of the plans fall through, so I guess I can tell you about what the plan was. Middle of September, I had an opportunity that came up a little while ago to potentially go and meet a platypus, like behind the scenes at the San Diego Zoo, which would have been absolutely amazing. I would have been able to, like, obviously go to the San Diego Zoo, experience it and whatnot, but then also been able to, like, actually meet the platypus, which would have been awesome. So that unfortunately fell through. The day that we would have been able to make it down, they had scheduled in a multi-zoo, since it's the safari park and the zoo. They scheduled a multi-zoo meeting that day, which they can't move. So unfortunately that fell through. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to do that. Why is live just live? Live streaming versus live as being alive. I have no idea. English is weird. English is hard. But yeah, we're gonna go to the car jump arena here. We've got car jump arena now. Crash hard, crash mountain, 2023 car jump arena. We of course want the ramp, the car core. Spawn. Give us the ramp. Give us what we're here for. Me at the zoo. Yeah, me at the zoo. There you go. But we still have some other things planned in Southern California that are coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit of recording video things for you. I'm also on the lookout for at least 2 other people who can come here to Portland, if they're not already here in Portland, for another video series that I would love to do. But yeah, so I've got several things that are just kind of put on hold, which kind of sucks, which has also kind of killed my inspiration. I've sold my PS4 and MetaQuest 2. Well, I mean, you're getting ready to go to college. I'd love to, but yeah, you've got a week before you're if you're a freshman in college. So, oh, what? Oh, it's all still spawning in. Okay, I was like, I have a week before just another week at work. Oh, a little week off. That's nice. That's nice. All right. So for those of you who don't know what this is actually a lot of fun. Car jump arena. We're gonna send the truck over. And gun it. Weekend off, more like true. No intention of traveling to the US at this time. Yeah, fair enough. And about 310. Into the water. Oh gosh. Oh, we're barrel rolling. Nice. And we lost a wheel. Me wheel. Alright. Back up to the top, and this time we're gonna switch vehicle here. Oh, what's something good? I need something fast. This is going to get pulled down. Dead Bull Racing, sure. You should turn when you go off. No, I'm good. NASCAR, we'll do a NASCAR too, don't worry. I'd be in the US though within the next 15 years. Nice. Whoa, okay, buddy. Oh man, you're pulling hard. You might get your wish here. Oh. Well, that kind of sucked. Yeah, we're doing the NASCAR now. We are definitely doing the NASCAR. Alright. So much downforce. Yeah, it just goes... Alright, should we do super speedway package? Tune for 195. Tune for speed and handling. The drag NASCAR. Without the flaps would just do backflips. True. Very true. Advanced. Not for keyboard drivers. I mean, I could switch to... Or at least temporarily, I could switch to controller here. Oops. Sorry, guys. Is that Mark Martin's car? I think so. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. See how it wanted to backflip? Yeah. Hey, it's got flaps though. It's got flaps. Sure, let's reset this. We're gonna do this again. And I can't turn it before flying off, but oh, we're in the woods. We are in the woods. Oh. Oh, like press the brakes and try to slide? Oh gosh. Here we go. Let's try it again. Alright, let's just get down the hill here. Nope. It literally, once it gets that momentum, it's got no turnability. Oh, landed on my wheels though. Oh. Well, that last hit broke the engine. I'm just gonna try it. Engine has left the chat yet again. Alright, alright. One more time, that's all you get. It's already hit 100 on the way down the hill. And we're just gonna straight as an arrow here. Born free as the wind blows. Oh! Oh! Well, it looks like that, at least the oil pan's intact. Straight as an arrow in June, yep. Oh boy. Do one more big old jump here. I tried turning it. Oh! That went from 60 to 0. Ouch. Okay, anyway, so now it's flies as good as the space shuttle. Yeah, like I'm impressed. It jumps a long way. The top of the hill is way over there. Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. You can kind of see it behind you guys. That car went from 200 miles per hour to a dead stop. I think the driver's dead. Yeah, I think so too. All right. So, what we are actually going to do today, we're going to change the map. Yeah, this is where we started, and we ended up somewhere over here. It was kind of insane, honestly. Main menu, free roam. We want the grid, small and pure, default. All right. We're not driving backwards through the whole field. No, we are not. So what we are going to do is we are going to be building 3 racetracks today. I will be building one. You guys will be building one. Okay, McQueen. And an AI will be building one. Here's how this is going to work. So we've got small grid tools, yada, yada, yada. If I hit F11, that opens up the world editor. I did not want that. So now we got to wait for this to finish up. There we go. File, exit editor. I wanted... trying to remember the button I used for track editor. BeamNG track editor. Okay. So we need chicanes. Yeah. I mean, plan what you'd like. We'll go to track builder from here. There we go. All right, start track builder here. All right, so there's a lot of different things. What? Excuse me? There we go. I was like, we can close it. All right, so there's a lot of different things here. Left, right, left. We need chicanes. How about a long straight followed by a turn that's covered in banana peels? All right, so here's the challenge. In this track builder, we have advanced modifiers and pieces. So we've got various different things that we can fine tune. So we can fine tune the banking. We can fine tune the turning radius. We can fine tune how wide the track is. That sort of thing. We can even technically put in loop-de-loops, but I do not want to put in loop-de-loops. I want these tracks to be semi-realistic. Loop-de-loops don't feel realistic to me. But they do have chicanes. They do have different sort of things. Didn't know this was golf, but with cars. Yeah, for real. We can adjust the length of different segments up to 200 meters. So everything will be done in meters. We can also have elevation changes, the whole 9 yards. What this will do at the end is I will be racing these with different cars. And we will determine which we think is the best. Now, this is going to be a one and done type track. A one and done. And what I mean by that is, hang on, track shape, anything else that I need to, track settings, there we go. Also put in track settings. We can also set the number of laps and stuff like that too. But we need to do this in Trackmania. Yes, I would love to do that. We can talk. No straights into brick walls. Correct. We can do tunnels though. We can have walls and ceilings. But for the sake of this, I just heard a buzz. Make sure everything's okay. Oh, it's Nintendo being like, Hey, by the way, we've got a direct tomorrow. Chicane around the brick wall. Good luck if you forget to slow down. Yep, pretty much. But yeah, what we're gonna do, they have a direct. Yep, Kirby Air Riders. Got a sequel for Kirby Air Rider, or Kirby Air Ride coming out. And Sakurai is probably gonna be talking for 45 minutes about it. I love Kirby's yarn. So anyway, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna build my track first as a way of sort of showing you what this whole process is, and then you guys will build yours, and then we'll see how the AI does. So this is from the start finish line. When we click close track, it'll loop back together. When is the Switch 2 price decreasing? I have no idea. All right, so I'm going to start with a fairly long straight. I'm going to do... From the start finish line, I'm actually going to do 200 meters on the nose, which is the max, by the way. 200 meters per segment is the max. We are going to widen the straight stretch. And modifier back, we will do back and forward 18 meters. I think that'll be good. And then I want to make this track fairly flat. But there will be a little bit of height adjustment, so we'll start with that. And then we're going to do a turn. I'm not going to do a sharp corner. We are going to bring out the radius a bit. I want to drop like 1300 on the new Xbox handheld. Ouch. All right, we're going to do 72 meters. So it's going to be a fairly fast corner here. And yeah, we'll do 75. We'll do 75 there. And can we start shrinking this? Yes, we can. All right, I'm going to start shrinking the corner a little bit so everybody kind of starts compressing a bit. Then I'm going to go to a straight. I'm shrinking the length way down to 40 meters. That should be okay. But I am going to continue to compress it to 12 meters wide. 249 switch next to 259 switch OLED. Yeah, you might as well go with the switch OLED at that point. Then we are going to go wide corner. This is going to be a sharp corner, though. We're going to shrink you up a little ways. There we go. And should I do a hairpin like this? Trying to think about the flow of the track here. Okay, I'm actually a fan. I'm actually a fan of this. Let's shrink you down, though, just a little bit more. I already know I'm going to do some wonky stuff on my track. Well, that's the thing, is you're all working together. It's all a single track for chat. So... unless it just ends up being the two of you, in which case, then yeah, I'll do one for each of you. Okay, now that we've gotten to this point... this is pretty good. I am going to shorten this straight away a little bit. And kind of widen you back to 15, because I do plan on a corner here. We're going to go down by 1 meter here. Maybe. Ooh. Not what I wanted. What if I can... control the banking just a little bit. I want just a little bit. Isn't this just 2D? There's a add hills. Yeah, I know. So I am going to go a little bit more extreme here. Well, maybe not that extreme. All right, I might have to do my hill on the corner, which is fine. I've got 2% banking. Adding some camber, yeah. I'm adding a little bit of camber here. And then I'm going to go into this corner, and I'm going to make this another big sweeping corner. So it's going to be a little bit weird. And we will also increase the banking while we're at it. And we will do... we will go... yeah, longer. And we will take that slope down a considerable amount here. Ooh, okay. What if I go 180? What if I make this a long circular turn? This could be good. Should I test this? Should I test this before I continue? Because I can do that. An on-camber corner is that you'll see in most NASCAR tracks as the corner that pulls the car toward the corner. Yes. I will do some off-camber corners. I don't want to make this too crazy though. All right, we're gonna go to the straightaway here, and we are going to reset our banking. We are also going to lengthen this straight and shrink it back up. Maybe not right away. You know what? I'm gonna go back up the hill here. And we are going to make this shorter. I want this to be a very quick uphill. Like that. And then level it out. Excellent. We will also thin the road through here as well, which I think will be interesting because that will force everybody in at the top there. I found the cable on Amazon. Let's go! All right, we are going to stick with the 12 width. Actually, no, we're gonna go 10 width. We're gonna go very thin in this sector. And there's gonna be some complex cornering. So we'll go not that wide. All right. Let's thin up the radius a bit. 28. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough corner. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Also just found the video. Let's go. All right. We are going to shorten you down to 135, I think. And then we are going to shorten you even further to 45, but we are going to increase the corner right there. Maybe not that big. All right, now we're gonna do a little straight here. Just a short one. And then this is where we're gonna do our off-camber corner here a little bit. We're gonna, nope, other way. So towards the end, there's going to be a 2% off camber here. Well, maybe a 1%. No, 2%. We're going to do 2. And this one's going to be exceptionally tricky. We are going to bring the radius way in. We're going to extend the length way around. This is going to be a hairpin. This is an off-camber hairpin. Maybe even more. Because they're coming off that medium speed corner, and then there's this braking zone through the corner that'll force them to turn. I think that'll be a great place for a long straight. This could be really, really good. All right. And then we are going to 0%. Grade that. Let me just make sure that the... Oh gosh. That might be too small. I might have to test this just to ensure that this is even drive. All right, just to even make sure this is doable. Because that feels very thin. All right, good corner so far. All right, this is the downhill corner section. The problem is the truck loves to spin out. Ooh, this is... Monaco, anyone? Welcome back. Close enough. We are getting rid of that. We are widening you. And we are also widening the corner. Honestly, widening the corner like this while keeping it small might not be too bad. If we go 15 units wide, this opens up the racing line. So it bottlenecks people here, but then it opens up again. That could be really good. That could be really good. And then just keep it, maybe not that tight. If we widen you significantly, back to 18. So we've got a tight hairpin that will force everybody into a couple of lines, and then it'll open back up for some overtaking opportunities here for people who don't brake well, and then we will go into a nice long straight. Yeah, okay. We'll stay at a wide width here. I can fit a 50-60 into my potato PC. Oh gosh. All right, so this is where we will recorrect. We are going to lengthen things, and we will recorrect the banking. So it is off camber here, which is what I want. Oh, but it does flatten out. All right, I gotta go a little bit longer than, we'll say 72 meters. There we go, that's better. There we go, so the corner stays off camber a little bit. Eight pin instead of full, Honestly, not too bad so far. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very long, we want it, yeah, we want the inward And we are just going to stretch this sucker out. In fact, I'm just gonna go a full 200 here. I think would be fantastic. Another long straight. Okay, it doesn't go less than 30. Doesn't go longer than 75. Honestly, I kind of like that. I kind of like that, not gonna lie. Maybe down just one so that there's a little bit of extra room there. And then we're gonna go back to the straight. And this one, I think we widen it even further. Yeah. We'll widen it to 24 width. It's going to be super wide. And then... no. In fact, maybe just 120 there. And we will increase the radius a little bit more. So there is a significant break. Phin, Cindy! Welcome to the live stream. On a racing track to be a track that's an F1, you can't make your straights longer than 2 kilometers. Well, I mean, that's not going to be an issue here. They're like 200 meters a piece at best. The front stretch is going to be significant. I count this as a stretch as well. It just so happens to have a dog leg, and it's probably like 400 meters. So it's not too long at all. 1 year! 1 year! Racing fan with the 1 year! Let's get a hashtag racing fan. I'm tired, and you? How are you doing today? I am very tired as well. Very, very, very tired.
Oh, hi. Thanks for
there it is.
Still a piece of garbage.
Yes, I am, but you most definitely are garbage. Thank you so much for the 1 year. My goodness, that's a lot of time. That is a lot of time. All right, so I think we're gonna go like this. To catch you up, Cindy, what we are doing is we are. Oh, yep. Thank you, thank you. Keep it going for Racing Fan. What we are doing is we are. There we go. 3. There we go. This back stretch is going to be a hill climb too. Yeah, the back stretch is going to be a hill climb. But what we are doing is we are making 3 tracks today. The first I'm making to show you kind of how the editor works, the sort of tools that you have at your disposal. The second track is going to be made by all of you guys. And the third track is going to be made by an AI. And we're going to build these tracks. We're going to see how they race, and we're going to compete against one another. And the best track will eventually, once I figure out editors and whatnot, will become a track that I create for BeamNG, like an actual map that you guys can race on. So let's see here. Do I go even higher? Yeah, let's go 15 meters slope. There we go. We have a slight downhill, and then we have an uphill bump, and then this is going to be a nice long uphill sector. And then I think from here, nope, other way. From here we go again. This one's length isn't going to be as bad. And we are going to stretch the radius out a little bit. Yeah, 45 looks good. And we are going to, yeah, we are going to stretch this out. and we are going to start sloping downhill. That's actually a significant drop and quite... Yeah, that's significant. I wouldn't do that on a racetrack. That reminds me too much of Laguna Seca. So I am going to boost you up to about 5, 6, 7 meters. Yeah, that's about half of what we just gained in elevation. We are losing again, which is good. This is pretty nice. All right, we'll go to another straight, and we are going to narrow it back down. To 18, I think. Where does it? Okay, that's where it starts becoming affected. That's fine. The corner will get tighter as you go through, which I think is kind of interesting. And then now... No, I think now we do... Yeah, a small turn like this. Into another hairpin? No, we need a chicane still. I think this is where our chicane goes. There it is. There's the chicane. Okay. Do I buy this graphics card right now? Only if you give it to me. No, Ooh, tough chicane. Okay, so... A very interesting chicane, though. I make 700 to 800 a week. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's more than I make. All right. This could be really, really good. Do we stretch the chicane out like that and make it sort of a weaving one, or do we do a tight chicane? I think I'm going to do a little bit more of a loose chicane. A loose long chicane, I think, would be cool. Yeah. That's actually pretty good. You come in here and exit there. Ooh. Okay. All right, I do not want to overlap. That's another rule, is no overlapping, so no bridges or anything like that, just for the sake of simplicity. That's actually a really nice chicane. I like how that turned out. I think what we do after this chicane is we do a turn. I like the less wide ones. Yeah. What if we stretch this way out like this? So you've got a little bit more of an acceleration room. And then we're going to do a very tight hairpin. Bring that radius down. Keep bringing it down into this hairpin. This is a very technical track, I've just noticed. Early on, this is very technical. Welp. Welp. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Okay. That will run this parallel. And then what I want to do is we're going to do another straight, and we are just going to boom, sort of match here. And then we're going to do another chicane. We're going to go the other direction, though, on the chicane. And we are going to stretch this chicane as far as it's going to... Oh, it's going to let me go a lot further. Oh my gosh! So it's basically just a kink in the straightaway. How much for 400? It can let me go up to 400. I feel like I've seen a track like that, to be honest. Literally, I'm just kind of going with a flow here. So this is 200, that's about 200, and that's about 200. So this is about a 600 kilometer straight, or 600 meter straight. I do not know the length of this track right now. All right, we are going to go straight again. And this time we're gonna get the bank ready to go again. We're gonna go with a 5-degree banking. And then we are going to go long on this. It's gonna be... This is gonna be a high-speed corner. 150. That'll work. And then a straightaway right here could be pretty good. And this will give us an opportunity to course correct our corner here. Turning this HP pavilion into a sleeper. Ooh, that should be fun. And... Nah... I mean, that's not terrible, but I don't like how quickly that finished. I feel like we can do a lot more here, so I'm going to delete that last part. And we are actually going to go back one more, and we're going to do a sharper corner. 180, sharp, bring it down. So this is going to be a hard braking zone right here. And we are going to widen you again because of that. You're going to be the widest part of the track right there. And then we're going to go into another straight here. Actually, no, we're not going to go into a straight. We're going to go into a slight pivot here. Gonna go with an outward kink, I think, like that. I have a Red Sox hat somehow. Go Sox. There we go. And then a sharp 90-degree angle here. There we go. 90 degrees. Straight. Actually, we'll do that, and then we'll just finish the track. That'll work. Okay, that's pretty cool. We're gonna test this. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, this is pretty cool already. Let's see how we do. Blue Jays are the best team in the AL. For now. Don't want to cook my computer, so I'm getting a smaller GPU. That's a tough corner, my goodness. Alright, I might be happy with this. We'll see. Alright, this is definitely a slower sector through here. This truck can't turn. We might have to go to an actual, like, car, like race car, to see how this will actually flow. Ooh, I kind of like that downhill section. And, oh, that chicane was perfect. I was gonna go off the edge of the road there, so had to slow down. Honestly, this track isn't all that bad. Ooh, a nice little kink in the corner there. Get a faster car like a NASCAR. Oh no! Alright. Can I change the vehicle? I'd like to change the car, please. Vehicles. Let's get... F1 would be too easy because of downforce. Yeah, I kind of want to get something kind of in between. I don't want to get like a NASCAR or anything like that. I kind of want just a kind of hot rod street racing type vehicle. So maybe this one right here. And we will go with the race, I suppose. All right, let's see how this does. Oh my gosh, the torque. Why are you bouncing? Is that a Supra? Is that a Supra? Yeah, it pretty much is a Supra. It wants to spin so bad. Why are you so bouncy? All right. We need to find a different vehicle. We need to find one that's not as bouncy. Sure, we'll go with you, and we will go with sequential. Place current. And then we'll test it. There we go. Oh, much better. It still wants to spin a little bit, but it's got more grip. Alrighty, so we're gonna go from the start line, which I believe I set right here, and then we'll just test. There we go. Yeah, I messed that corner up. That's fine, that's fine. I spun out. I'm trying to focus on not, like, flying off the track. Oh gosh, blind corner! Oh. Well, we'll test it again. I just want one clean lap. Is that too much to ask? Oh, it did ABS. Test again. We'll get it one of these days. And get your ideas ready to go. You guys are next. Trying to find a nice 1050. Good luck. Alright, this is that weird straight where I have to brake super early. Still a somewhat medium high-speed corner. Oh, that downhill is making me loose. Ooh. There we go. Alright. We've got the kink in this straightaway. Which also has... Which also has negative camber. There we go. What's a good price for a 1050? Well, that's like 4 or 5 generations old, so it shouldn't be all that expensive. There we go, and then the inside corner there, which bends outside. And then the nice long straight at the end here. Ooh! Oh, brakes aren't good. But hey, there you go. We have a racetrack. And a car that's somehow still moving. There we go. I think we've done it. Like, this looks pretty amazing. I'm imagining, like, seats right here and along the front straight. Little wall right there. This is pretty nice. Okay. So what can I do here? Change track shape. Oh, wow. Okay, there's more that you can do. We're not worried about changing track shape today. We're just worried about how it looks, how the track itself looks, and how it races. At a later time, we can do that. But, okay. Excuse me. I'm kind of curious now. A racetrack. You can do racetrack around the whole thing. Now what if I did... Oh, it's still the same. All right. Cool. All right. What's good RAM size on a smaller graphics, do you know? Smaller graphics card, I'd say like 4 to 6 if you're looking at the 10 series. I have a 3000 and I have 8, so at least VRAM. All right, so I want to save this. How can I save this track? Save and load. Save track. Phin's track. Description. Medium difficulty. I'm not worried about that right now. Save. All right. Cool. And we will delete everything. What if we start here and delete it? There we go. All right. Next is your turn to create the track. Starting at the start-finish line. So how we're gonna do this is you need to determine how many turns you want to have ahead of time. And you got to stick with those turns. Once you finish the final turn, I'm just going to click complete track or close track right here, and that will close everything up. You will start with a straightaway as well. So you are going to be given a straightaway, but you get to pick the length from the start finish line to the first corner. So there you go. Who would like to start us off? Watching videos, the 1050 seems to be fine for basic games like I play. Yeah, I'd say just to make sure you have a little bit of wiggle room, go with the 220 series. It shouldn't be that much more expensive, and would be worth the extra little bit if you can afford it. Medium turn to the right. Okay, so that's going to be the first one, but we need to know the length of the front stretch first. What is going to be the length of the front stretch? How many meters? You all get to pick. You all get to decide. This is from the start-finish line. Only 100. Okay. So 100 to the first corner, and it's going to be a medium turn to the right. Yee. 2 meters. Someone beat you to it. But what we can do is we can have that as the next straightaway. Looks like a good turn right there. What angle and radius? You also can like do bankings and stuff after this first turn if you'd like. So plan accordingly. A 15-degree bank after the first turn. After the first turn. So right there, I think people are saying it, so we'll do that. So a nice medium speed corner coming through here. First turn is 15. All right. All right, so the first one that we can bank will be a 15 bank. So what is the length of the next straight? And do you want to widen it or anything at all? What do you want to do? Somebody else say something. Oh dear. How about a corner that is rising in elevation? Okay. Do you want a corner immediately following this first corner, or do you want a straightaway first? Be more specific. Yes. Do be specific. So sweeping, I'm going to do 45 degrees or less. Medium, I'm going to do between 120 and 45, somewhere in that range. So light sweeping and heavy sweeping will be the determination on that. And then hairpin is 180 pretty much. Straight first. Okay. How long of a straight? Again, I need to know as many of these details as possible. Interact, chat. Interact. There we go. What's going on here? Alrighty. We'll close that out here. All right, 75 meters. I have no idea about racetracks and stuff like that, so I'm just here. No, that's okay. I think that's part of the fun, though. So 75 meters. There you go. Left uphill banked to right uphill banked opposite side to a flat. Oh my gosh. Okay, left uphill. How much uphill? Like Spa? Oh, gotcha. So, hey Google, what is the height elevation difference on the famous corner in Spa? Of course you don't. No. All right, so we are going to keep the elevation changes going here. So I'm gonna assume that that's what you mean, 5 meters per corner there. I did not do any banking though. So I need to fix that. There we go. Make them long banked corners. All right, I'll make this one long here. Like that. Is that what you're looking for? Yes, all right, so 100 meters. All right, Cindy, you get to pick. You get to pick the next thing. So we can do straightaway. We can do a dog leg, which is basically a curved straightaway. We can do a chicane where it kind of does a little bend like that. Kind of like that. Just a regular turn. You can go up, you can go down, you can flatten the track, you can turn it more, you can make it wider or thinner. Cindy gets the next one. Can I see the uphill? Yes. While we are doing that. So it starts basically here, and then you're up about 30 feet. So it's about a 30 feet incline. I could make it go higher. Like that to about 45. So it starts low, and then the banking helps you on your climb up. Uphill be like 50. I wouldn't do that significant. I'll do 25. I'll do 25. Otherwise, it might be too extreme. Not meters. Oh, 50 feet? So, right around there. There you go. So, how about this, Cindy? Just tell me this. Do you want a straight or a corner immediately following this? Tell me that to start with. So you're going up to the heavens. I'm like, wait, no, not that. Yeah, no. It's the last thing you probably want. Corner. All right. Right or left? So you're coming from here. You're already turning right. Do you want to go right, which means it'll be a sharper corner, or do you want to go left? Left? All right. So it's going to be a left corner. In order to make this work without cars flying off the track, I am going to put in a short straightaway to unbank the corner. There we go. So it will be a short straightaway into your left-hand corner. All right. Do you want it sharp, so a hairpin corner? Or do you want it to be a very high-speed corner, so a very loose, long corner? Or do you want it to be a chicane? So you can do it a couple different ways. I guess let's start with those three questions. Sharp. Okay, you want it sharp. So we are going to shrink down the corner. And we are going to make it a 1. So you can do anything between 120 and 180. 120 degrees and 180 degrees. You can do anything in between that. You get to pick how sharp you want to go. $120? All right, perfect. 120 right here. For the sake of the track as well, we are going to widen the corner here, because it is going to be relatively high speed through here, and then the corners here. All right, next up, Racing Fan, you get to pick the next one. What would you like to do after this nice little sharp corner you got here? This is a very interesting begin. Very, very loose, which I kind of like. We'll see what Racing Fan has to say. Yeah. This is very interesting to witness. 198 corner to the right. Okay. I'm not sure how to do that, because the highest you can go is 180. So, do you want it sharp? Do you want it sharp? Do you want it a little bit looser? How do you want it? This is a very interesting corner profile right through here. Maybe 175? All right, I can do 175. Hang on. There's 175. Do you want it tight like this? Do you want it tighter? Do you want it looser? Because I can go all the way down to 12 before it looks ridiculous. We had it at 20. Looser. All right. How loose do you want it? And off camber. Okay. So we are going to do a slight off camber. Want to make sure I've got the right camber here. Wrong way. There we go. That's slightly off camber. All right, so I'm doing only a 1 degree off camber, simply because we just came off a huge corner over there with banking. Do you want it wider? Do you want it, or yeah, do you want it looser a little bit more? Like, how loose do you want it? We can go crazy on corner distance. The loosest, just as loose as it goes. That's as loose as it goes. That is legit as loose as it goes. And the whole thing off camber. Oh my gosh, guys. This is gonna be insane. Alright. Gamer, you're up. You're up. What would you like? You can pick from anything. We do still have straightaway. You guys have been kind of corner happy recently. Make a 50-meter straight, then a right, left, right chicane. Okay, determine that how you please. All right, so we will go straight, and it's only going to be 50 meters. Any elevation changes or anything? There we go, 50 meters. Each chicane, 50. Oh gosh, okay. So right, left, right chicane. Making Jeddah, yeah, I was about to say. Close enough, welcome back, Jeddah. So there's the right. And each one's 50, which that is 50 because it's 100 meters long total. So 50, 50. Small chicanes. So I'll do I want to go super hard on the chicane there? You know what? We're going somewhat loose. We're going a little bit loose on the chicane here. There's one. And this time we're going -20. Right, so little bus stops here. And then same thing over here. All right. As long as you can't go straight through. Technically, you can just barely, but because of how this is oriented, you kind of do have to be a little bit slow through there. Make them slightly wider. All right. We will go 24 then, I think. Do you want to thin the track to like 20? That might be a little bit easier. Yes. All right. There we go. And then that you can't go straight through. There we go. So those are identical chicanes, 50 meters long each. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a monster. All right. So this is kind of the bus stops here. All right. Your turn, Cindy. What would you like to do after all these chicanes have just been put in? Felt. Honestly, it's not terrible yet. A straight, just all right. How long? How long of a straight? You can do any amount between 0 and 1 kilometer, so 1,000. So I can put in multiple straights for you. 1.5 kilometers. Okay. I'm counting the chicanes as part of the straight here. All right, so we are going full bore, 1 kilometer straight away. Do you want any yeah, 1,500 meters. Yeah, we'll allow up to 1,500 meters. Fine. Do you want any elevation change? Since this is going to be a long straight stretch, do you want any elevation change? And you should add slight turns in the long straight. Yes, you also have that option right here. You could. A tiny bit up. Okay, we're going even higher. This is quite the climb. All right, so via the whole thing, I'm going to have to do... Wait, was that 18? All right, I'm going to do the straight stretch, and then I'm just going to, like, send it to see what it's like. Add a tiny bit of slight turns. I'll do that in the middle, because I can do a little kink here. So I'll do that towards the middle. So we'll have 1, Hang on, 1.5 kilometers. So in order to do this, I would need to 7 straights. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do a kink like this. And you wanted it very, very slight. That's probably too sharp. So 30. 3, 4, 5. This is 5, 6, 7. And then I need to shorten this down to 100. There we go. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, guys. This is a monster. This is great, though. Honestly, great choice, Cindy. And then you wanted a height adjustment. So I gotta do enough of a height adjustment that it's gradual for the whole sector. We're going up to 30. We are going up to 30. This, oh my gosh. Oh, Australia, anybody? F1 car in this track would go crazy, for real. I have no idea about racetracks and all that stuff. No, honestly, this is a fantastic sector right here because you've got this high speed and then you've got the kink that can slow some people up just a little bit if they're not paying attention. So you got passing and overtaking opportunities on this long straight after a very technical sector. This is amazing. Mid-America, if they added longer straights, for real. All right, racing fan, we have a 1.5 kilometer straight that we just did. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? All right. Yeah, it's a 1.5 kilometer straight with a kink, is what it is. Like, this is insane. This goes hard. I know what I do. You're next, you're next, Gamer IO. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Clear out some more notifications. Or whatever you do, carry the speed. We are getting close to our straight stretch limit. Excuse me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 turns so far. Do a long 180 corner right into a sharp 160 left. Ooh, okay. So we are doing a long 180 corner. How long? There's 180. The corner is like 400 meters. Oh gosh. Well, this is 200 radius. This is 400 meters right here. Exactly. Let's see what Racing Fan thinks. Do you want to split it up with a tiny straight sector? Do you want to keep it as a pure corner? Daytona corner. Wait, we're waiting to see what Racing Fan says. No, straight corner. All right, straight corner. And then we're doing a tight 160. That's 160. Need to go tighter. Oh, I need to flatten. There was banking this whole time. There we go. Whoops. All right. That's fine. It's okay to have a little bit of banking. It'll make for a unique track experience. Let's see here. We need to go tighter. How tight do you want it? We can make it like a true hairpin. Or we can just make it sort of a medium speed corner. The medium speed corners. Talladega banking angle. No, we are not. We are not doing the carousel from the Nuremberg ring. Let's see what Racing Fan says here. Wait. If anything, we're gonna do 60% banking just like old Monza. No. It's starting to get really poor here again. Uh-oh, bad weather. All right. Unless you say otherwise, I'm going with 40. What was the question? How big of a sharp corner? Are we wanting a kind of a loose sharp like this, sort of medium speed, or are you wanting like hairpin tight, like way down here? That's good? Okay. So 40 it is. All right, Cindy. Wait, no, it's Gamer.io. Gamer.io, your turn. I need to open Google Maps for distance. Well, you guys are gonna have to close the loop here soon. You're kind of... That was turn 10 and 11, I think. So you're gonna have to close the loop here soon, and you're still up at like 30 height. So you're gonna have to start losing some elevation, or just lose it all on the final stretch back towards the start-finish line. This is genuinely insane. Like, oh my gosh. Welp. Waiting for Gamer.io. How do you all think you're doing, though, with the racetrack? Do you feel confident in your abilities? Does it feel good? Do you like how it's turning out? Hopefully you do. 300 meters straightaway down. Then a 33-degree banked angle right for 120 degrees. Okay, so we're going to go straight 300 meters. One. Slightly down, slightly down. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Please. All right. And then a 33-degree banked angle. I'm going to have to... Oh my gosh. Still no. That is insane. I don't think cars will survive that. 120 degrees corner. There's a 120-degree corner. And you want it... I'll do the max. I can't make it 500 meters. All right, so there's 200. So there's 1, 2. And then I'm going to have to... 150 is good? Oh, okay. All right, so 150 is good. So we are going to shift that down to 150. There we go. That's a 150. All right. And then I'm going to force a straightaway after this as well to regain. There we go. Nope, hang on. To regain the banking. Oh, gosh. Nope, hang on. I guess we'll do double straight here. Yep, I'm forcing the straightaway because you guys are forcing me to course correct. Why you like this? There we go. And then, there we go. All right. I had to do 400 kilometers, or 400 meters to straighten this out. This is an incredibly fast redeem Pokemon. I'm sorry, one, I had to turn off the Pokemon. It broke. It broke. Straight like 70 meters, Phin. That'll make it smooth out. Oh, okay. Well, fine. $92. There we go. Keep going down. 72, 71, 70. And then we will... There we go. That's better. That's better. All right. Much more reasonable. All right, Cindy, your turn. Wait, why is it doing Pokemon right now? I told it no. There we go. That should prevent that. Hope you aren't on the inside of the exit of the turn, yeah. All right. But Cindy, you get to pick. Do you want more straight? Or do you want to do a corner? Do you want to use this space on the inside? Do you want to just connect it up to the end? What would you like to do? Because you still got some corners left that you could do. A corner to connect it. Oh, you want to finish. You just want to finish it. All right, here we go. Close track. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. All right. World's longest turn. That's almost a straightaway in and of itself. All right, here we go. Let's test this sucker and see what you guys made. Where's your sanity? Gone, reduced to atoms. Good luck on those corner entries. I'm gonna go relatively slow. Still gonna try to race here, but... Oh, we're off camber into... Oh, that got me really loose. Oh my gosh. Well, there I go. We're gonna test it again. Need a mini-map. Yeah, you do. The problem with that banked corner is it blocks the hairpin on the next. Time to get racing lessons again. Well, the problem is I'm racing this blind. I don't have braking zones. I have no reference points. Oh, high-speed chicane. Oh, here we go. Oh, and then into a downhill, I think. Oh, this is an insane corner, my gosh. Maybe we should add in some braking points. Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a little tight, but that's okay. On this downhill! You've got me hitting my limiter! Oh. Wow, what a track. Dang, guys. Please drive a NASCAR on this. One thing I will do is I will save this. We are calling this one Chat's Track. My bad. No, that is insane. That fast straight is perfect. Yeah, that fast straight into the hard braking zone in turn 1. That is incredible. That is so tricky. Oh my gosh. And then that back straight with the kink in it. Woo! That was insane. Gonna need triple safety barriers, yeah. All right, I'm gonna retest this just for fun. Because I actually really enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Nope. Well, there I go. I love the chicanes. They turned out exactly how I wanted them. I know where it's like fast where you can't full send it, but you can go through very quick and then you just gun it down that back stretch. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Oh, all right. So now we've gotten just vroom, yeah. You have two incredibly high-speed sections. Not gonna lie, your guys' track is in the lead right now. That's how good this is. That's how good it genuinely is. Imagine, imagine Daytona chicane except less wide. All right, so now we're gonna do the AI. And here's how that's gonna work. It's gonna be a little weird. So how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna throw this on this screen. And we are going to start a new conversation here. And how it's gonna work is I'm going to ask it what to sort of describe the track. I'm not going to have it give me all the juicy details unless it wants to. I'm going to leave it open for them to like say what they would like. And then we're just going to see what it's like. I'll do my best to sort of follow the desires of the AI and go from there. All right. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go I am wanting you to make a racetrack. I want you to make a racetrack, however you want. Please describe things like lengths of straights, how sharp corners are, etc. Please go corner by corner, straight by straight, describing the whole thing. When you get to the final corner, please state it as such, and I will. What AI are you using? I'm using Google Gemini. Found a 1050 Ti 4 gigabytes, 128-bit. That's not bad. That's not horrible. You can squeeze a lot out of that. Please state it as such, and I will finish the course for you. Please also include things like elevation changes, and track width if you want, though not required. Not required. Anything you don't mention, I will interpret. Wait, how? What? What? Oh, it is working. Okay. Cool. It was broken earlier, but we'll take that, I guess. I will interpret however works to make the track work. All right, here we go. Draft of a racetrack layout described corner by corner. It's only giving me 4. All right, please make sure the track has at least wait a minute, huh? At least 10 corners, but no more than 16. We're gonna make sure it does it again. It only did up to 4. Welcome to the design for the Serpent's Coil racetrack. I've laid out the first 12 corners and straights for you with some details on elevation and track width. Feel free to imagine the rest and bring it all together. The track begins with a long start-finish straight at 3/4 of a mile long and 50 feet wide. Oh gosh. All right. This is the prime overtaking zone. The surface is brand new asphalt, smooth and consistent. As you approach the end of the straight, the track narrows. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Is everybody ready for this? This is about to get completely insane. This is about to get completely insane. All right, I'm gonna assume if it doesn't say, I'm sorry, how wide? 50 feet. 50 feet wide, so it's about 18 meters, so it's about what we've got right here. But 3/4 of a mile long is just insane. So I'm gonna assume, since it doesn't say, that the start-finish line is right smack in the middle of that. So 3/4 of a mile long. I'm not gonna go with exacts for the sake of simplicity, but a mile is about 1.6 kilometers. So knock 1/4 off that. Shoot. 250 meters. And then like 450 meters off that. So 1.2 kilometers. So we want to do about 600. Oh my gosh. This is going to be insane. All right. So 200, 1, 2, 3. This is prime overtaking soon. It's brand new asphalt, smooth and consistent. Okay, so smooth, it's gonna be flat. The straight stretch is flat. As you approach the end of the straight, actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the full straight since it wants the full straight. So 600, 800 kilometer, 1.2 kilometers. All right. The track narrows to 45 feet, so we're gonna narrow it just a smidgen. A sharp right-hand hairpin. This corner is a massive braking zone requiring a slow, precise entry. It has slightly negative camber, meaning it tilts away from the turn, making the car want to slide out wide on the exit. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's going to be a sharp right-hander. I'm going to assume... who let the AI cook? Yeah, like AI is burning it. It is slight. It did say slight negative camber. There we go. So I'm gonna go a 1% negative camber. I am not doing much. Just enough to make cars want to pull out. I don't think the AI realize you'll just fall off unless you're going to school zone speed. It's not going to be like a true... I mean, it did say hairpin. So... Alright. There we go. There's the hairpin. Exiting turn 1, a short 0.2 miles straight leads into the next segment. Track widens back to 50 feet. Okay, so we're going to go back to the stretch. We are going to widen it. We are going to flatten it. And we are going to shrink it down. How long is it? Less than 1/4 of a mile. So we are looking at 400 meters. Hang on. I'm trying to like visualize here. Is that right? Yeah, 400 meters. Wow. Okay. So there we go. 400 meters. Turn 2 and 3 is a quick left-right chicane. It's flat and fast, but missing your braking point on entry will send you into the gravel. Drivers must be quick on the wheel to get through this section. All right, so it's a left-right chicane, meaning... And they said quick. It is a quick chicane, so I'm going to shrink the chicane down. And it is going to be a relatively That seems pretty good. You have to turn significantly. Because the right-hand side on here is met up with the left-hand side there. Okay, perfect. And do we go looser? You said a quick chicane, so I will go with a very mild hardness of just 1 there. I think that'll work. So it's a quick chicane that's fast. All right. What's this called again? The Serpent's Coil. After the chicane, the track enters a half-mile straight that gently curves to the left, setting up the car for the next turn. Okay. Half-mile straight that gently curves. This is going to be hard to do. One degree, 46, no, 1, 3, and what if we just increase the radius crazy amount here? There we go, 15. There's the curve. So half mile, we'd be looking at 800. That's how I'm interpreting the corner here. So, and then we're going to do another one of those, and then another straight. That's 600, 800. There we go. All right. Turn 4 is long, sweeping right-hand corner. There we go. This will be the sweeping corner. Double apex, meaning it's a long radius at the beginning and tightens up significantly towards the middle. This corner is all about car balance and commitment. All right. So there's the sweep into... So there's that double apex. There we go. There's the double apex. I think that'll work. After turn 4, the track enters 0.3 miles straight with a massive elevation change. It's steep downhill section with a 15% gradient, meaning it's dropping 50 feet in elevation. I'm at 0 height. I don't know if I can do that, but we will see. So it really wants me to go downhill. 0.3 miles straight, so we're looking at approximately 500 meters here. 1, 2. You think this is gonna work out? I don't. And then the massive drop here. Whoa, whoa. Why is it dropping the whole thing? Why is it dropping the whole thing? I don't want the whole thing to drop. All right. Let's see here. We are going to shrink this up a little. And we will go down 1 here. And then we will do the rest of these and try to drop the height. There we go. Okay, I can't go any lower than that. That's going to be close to what it wants. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be close. All right. Can I go 15? Nah. We'll stick with 14. All right. At the bottom of the hill is turn 5. A fast right-hand bend. It's a blind corner, so you can't see the exit until you're already in the turn. High-speed nature and elevation change make this one of the most challenging parts of this course. All right, I'm gonna assume they want like a light corner here, not like something super sharp, because they are nowhere near where I think's gonna work. All right, there's turn 5. That's what I'm gonna assume. And we are going to sharpen it and shrink it to make it a little bit more blind. Half mile straight that climbs back uphill at a 10% gradient. This is gonna cross over the track. That's a problem. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to ignore the straight. We will shrink it down to 100 instead. First is a quick turn left, which immediately leads you to a right-hand turn. All these right-hand turns are not going to help. I need some more lefts. I like how the last one says the final corner is a 180-degree right-hand carousel. All right. Quick turn left. I'm going to say that. Quick turn left, followed by a right-hand turn. Okay. Short straight. There we go. It's a tight left, right, left sequence. Track narrows and begins to drop in elevation. It's already... Oh, yeah, because of the hill. Okay, so we'll ignore the drop in elevation. Tight left, right, left. Precision, keeping the car on the racing line. Okay, so we are going to do tight turns now. And left, right. And then another left. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Turn 10 is a sharp left with positive camber. All right. So, no, not like that. There we go. Just a little bit of positive camber. And then straighten back out. Then the straight that leads to the carousel and the finish line. All right. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, and there's a hill too. Okay. Shoot. So I'm gonna have to climb here. There we go. Back to 0. You think I'll finally be able to play Trackmania without the bad lag? Potentially. Okay. And then it is a carousel. So it is a slightly banked corner. Oh, hey, Polywag. And we will do the full 180 here. And close the track. All right. So let's test from here. And let's see what the AI cooked. Here we go. And then after this, I'll probably end up calling this a stream. Oh, well, we will determine the winners. All right, nice long straight. Oh, almost spun out there. There we go. Okay, that was an interesting complex right there. Whoa, okay. This is a nice straightaway here. I'm not sure. I can't remember the corner here. Oh yeah, the double apex. Ah. Take 2. All right, so this is technically the full straight. This is yeah, this is technically the full straight. The 1 kilometer or whatever. 3/4 of a kilometer. To slow way the heck down to make that corner. Have to let off in order to make that. This is the double apex corner, so I'm just slowing down way earlier. Oh my gosh! Look, I'm looking at videos, I see people playing GTA 5 on it with below graphics, yeah. 3/4 of a mile, close enough, yeah. It was like 1.2 kilometers long straight. It's just insane. Oh, perfect break. Let off to make the corner. There we go. Considering I just play Roblox, Minecraft, Trackmania, and Fortnite. Yeah, it's not too bad, but Fortnite is even laggy on my computer. I don't like this negative camber. There we go, that's fine. Okay, so that corner is a little tough. Now we have that downhill section into the blind corner here. Another hard break. Okay, there we go. Are you kidding me? I just want to test the track. All right, here we go again. Use a more downforce car. Yeah, if I fly off again, I'm using F1. Oh. Me wheel. Alright. Let's go to vehicles, and we're gonna go to the F1 car. Deadbolt Racing. Replace. Test. Oh, the negative camber is not gonna be fun. Is pulling super hard. Got a lock up there. NASCAR seems pretty good with the downforce. Yeah, true. When it's on the ground. And then the finish. All right. I thought the AI was cooking. It was not cooking. It was not cooking at all. It burned in the oven. That was awful to race. That was absolutely awful to race. I'm not even gonna save it. Instead, I'm loading your track. There it is. Yo, how's it going, honey? Welcome to the live stream. I'm just about finished. I did get your messages. I come to see Phin staring in oblivion. Anyhow, all right, so let me go ahead and switch it over to the true test, the NASCAR road course ABS test. We will replace current, and we're gonna test take my soul if you truly must. Indeed. All right, we're gonna test your racetrack that you all made, and we'll see how we did. Woo. That corner sucks. That's the one corner I think I had out of the whole thing. Stupid YouTube didn't tell me it lagged 30 seconds behind. Oof. Think I'm caught up live now. Here's hoping. You keep forgetting about that. Yeah. I also have a poor entry. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. And we're at it. can't... It didn't even want to make the corner! It didn't even want to make the corner! This is such a good track, though. I absolutely love this track. Alright, vehicles. We are changing it out to... What did we have? So what we had was really good. Track. You. Where's the Asetta? Good question. Alright. Haha, engine go brat brat brat. Less downforce than F1, more... That wasn't the right car. Where's the right car? Which one was it? The Asetta. It was not the Asetta. I reject your reality and substitute my own. I just want to get one good lap in on your track. NASCAR does not have more downforce. Yeah, I know. Seriously, I remembered the right this time. You have to have, like, god-tier brakes. My goodness. Where's the skyline? I know, where is it? I mean, you guys wanted it. Sprint... Darter. Yeah, we'll go with the sprint one. Is your chat in a different location? Yes. Oh, yeah. It be fast. Look at this. The speed! Can't it even make it up this hill? Oh, speed's dropping. Gonna hit 60 mile per hour. You might want to calm down. Yes, the speed! Y'all, I think you've done it. I think you've created a banger of a racetrack here. Keep an eye on the corners, yep. Will do. I'm flat out, by the way. Here, I'll show you. I am flat out. We're gonna be slow for the 30-degree banking, yeah. If we can reach 72, like on the others, we might be okay. Oy, oy, oy. I'm still flat out. It's gripping well. I couldn't do it for the corner. No. All right, last one, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I think it was this one. There it is. Okay, we found it. We found it. We need one full lap. That's all we need is one full lap. I made him miss the corner. Yep. That moment when you coast in second at a... No. Okay, I'm okay with missing a floor panel. There we go. Bro needs to go back to driving school. Hey now. You can't just flat out on that straight, which sucks. Alright, we saw the one full lap earlier. I'm not gonna try this anymore. You guys won. You guys won. Hands down. Give me the controller. No, I think you suck at turning. No. No. Ugh. Honestly, though, this is a great track, and I'm looking forward to implementing it in the future into an actual map. So I'm going to save this track and use it as a reference point. But as we head out, let's give that overview of the track so you know what it looks like. There it is. There's your track. Close some of these down. There you go. There's your track, everybody. Where's the fire extinguisher? Good question. I would love slight mods to this track. I'll make it in Trackmania. All right. Definitely make it in Trackmania. I should probably angle this a little bit better so you can actually see the whole thing, because I forgot that I'm on there. And then we'll just move the toolbar and the track builder down here. Oh, there we go. There you go. There's the track in its full glory that you all made. We'll let you catch Dratini, and then we'll call it a stream. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This was fun. This was a blast. I love how everything turned out. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. Also go onto the Discord, because I typically post there before we do anything on the channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'm Phinyapu, and I'm signing off. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. As soon as Dratini is caught, potentially, hopefully soon. I don't know. Come on, Dratini, just get caught so I can end the live stream. Dratini, please stop. I want to end the live stream. Why'd you come in at this point in time? I just wanted to end the live stream. And this is going to be a very long outro. The longer that you make this happen, please stop it, Dratini, and just leave so I can end the live stream, please. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm Phinyapu, and I'm signing off. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Bye now.